Hey guys, I wanted to introduce you to some new tools that are coming to InMotion Sport and Spine. You've probably been seeing some videos here and there popping up of some of the new technology that I'm implementing. Down here are our force plates or ForceDecks by this company called Vald. They make sports science gear, and it's not just for high school, college, and professional athletes. It's really meant to help guide decision making when you're in office and getting care. Over the course of the next few months, I'm going to unveil just some initial uses that I've had to help guide some decisions that have really impacted people's care that have struggled to either improve their squat depth or take care of a cranky knee that's recovered from surgery now. But what ForceDecks or force plates can really do down here is they measure how much energy or force we generate through our feet into the ground. Those are called ground reaction forces. And we can use that basically with largely anything in our lower body. There are some tests for the upper body as well. We're not going to focus as much on those today. But what they capture for us are things like how much force do I produce with my right leg versus my left leg? What's my center of pressure? Do I have a little bit of a bias with how I center my body? Maybe I think I'm centered, but I'm slightly leaning to a left or a right. It allows us to capture balance, whether it's on one leg, balance on two legs. It measures things like squat depth. You can do single leg squat depth, of course. It can give us a vertical, so we can do a jump like such. We can do it on one leg. And then ultimately we can do other tests like this. This is called a mid-thigh isometric pull, where I'm kind of pseudo deadlifting here. I'm pulling up, and the plates, they sense the pressure that I put into them. So as I was talking with one of my golfing athletes today about the value of the isometric mid-thigh pull, or IMTP for short, is it tells us kind of like what's under the hood. What are you capable of with your lower body? We know with club head speed that lower body strength and specifically ground reaction forces that propel us vertically are tethered to a club head speed. So it's super valuable for someone that plays golf. It could also be valuable for measuring strength after we have a disc injury in our low back. Maybe there's some fear with going back to deadlifting. I can set it up in such a way that you can visually see on an iPad, how hard you're pulling. And maybe we start out at a lower end range and you just pull sub-maximally. So there's all sorts of ways that we can use this. I'd love to introduce it to you. If you're interested at all right now, I would love to have you in. We can go through maybe one or two tests that are pertinent to you. If you're just curious at all and say, hey, I like to run, there's running tests. I like to lift weights, of course. We've covered a bunch of tests related to weightlifting. Or if you're maybe just thinking about longevity and you'd like to just know a little bit about your movement patterns, or you're interested in lowering your risk of injury, that's why I got these tools. They are for you. And so if you're interested in learning more about them, send me a message, of course. You can always email me at info@inmotionsportspine.com. And then, of course, you can always text my number, 512-348-7093. And I'd be happy to share a little bit about them with you in hopes that they benefit all of my clients and maybe clients that will be here at InMotion Sport and Spine.